Welcome to Bridge Fit, Episode 3. Hey everyone, did you know my co-host here, Pastor Jeff, has high blood pressure? Man, you ask how high? It is so high that when a mosquito bites him, it explodes. Well, as you can guess, we're going to discuss high blood pressure today and actually how it relates with COVID-19. So please stay tuned.
Okay.
Hey everyone, welcome to
Hello
Bridge
there.
Fit.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Yeah.
Where our goal is to build a community of people whose desires to become spiritually and physically strong. All right?
Amen, yes.
How do we do that? We do that through healthy eating habits, exercise, reading our Bible, and of course, most importantly, talking to God, basically prayer.
Yes.
Okay?
Regularly.
Regularly.
Yes.
Every day.
Every day.
All the time, all throughout the whole day. Wake up
Yes.
in the morning and say, good morning, God, and pray all day until you say good night.
I like it.
I'd be praying continuously. Anyway,
Yeah.
so
So
Today-
high blood pressure.
today we're going to talk a little bit about high blood pressure. And I don't have high blood pressure, but someone I care about very dearly has high blood pressure.
Me?
Yes, you do, Biscuit. We
I
know
know.
that.
I
I
know.
call him Biscuit. So,
Yes, I do. I know.
yeah.
And I got to hear how I need to eat healthy and
No, I'm
cut
not
out
trying
salt.
to.
I need to cut out salt.
I'm not going to try. Well, we're going to get to that. I'm not trying to nag on you. We're
You want me
you're
to stick?
loved.
You want me to stick
I
around?
want you to stick around. I enjoy your company. I
You
want you to
do?
stick around. Well, I
Okay.
married you anyway.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to talk a little bit because right now it's a hot topic. I think
It is.
all these underlying issues, and maybe we'll talk about another one. We'll go through all of them in other episodes, but right now we hear that the COVID-19 can affect people with high blood pressure in
With underlying issues.
underlying issue, but in particular this time we're going to talk about high blood pressure.
Because it's a serious problem.
Well,
with,
it's-
with the coronavirus.
Serious, and I think it's probably the one thing that most people have, don't you think?
Oh, so it's a more prevalent.
It's a very prevalent
underlying
condition. Yes.
Yeah.
And so anyway, we're
We'll talk about that.
going to talk about that. So anyway, it's a very good idea, obviously, to take care of yourself with this virus going around, right? And to protect yourself during the COVID-19 outbreak. Early research shows that people with the condition may be more likely to get COVID-19, to have worse symptoms, and to die from the infection if you have high blood pressure.
Is that right?
Yeah, that's what they're worried about. with
Yeah.
all this.
Okay. So you're more likely to get it. So, is that because your immune system is weak?
Well, yeah, it weakens your immune system. Yeah, absolutely, and I'll get to that in a little bit. But throughout, obviously, this virus hit China first,
Okay. Yes.
and then it moved on to Italy. And I got some information from WebMD, and in Italy, 76% of the people who died from the virus had high blood pressure.
76%.
Yes. So we're not messing around here. It's time to get ourselves in check.
Right.
It really, really is. And people with high blood pressure are also slightly more likely to die from the coronavirus. Their risk is about 6% higher than the overall population.
Okay. So just with high blood pressure, you're 6% more likely to die from it.
Mm-hmm.
And 76% of the people that died in Italy from the coronavirus had high blood pressure. So that's a huge number.
Yes, it is.
It's a scary number. And so high blood pressure is a common problem.
Very common problem.
And it's not just here, it's all over the world.
All over the world. All over the
Wow.
world, obviously. So
What
So what's the link, basically, between people dying of COVID-19 and high blood pressure?
Okay.
I'm no doctor.
You're not.
I'm not a doctor.
Dr. Stacy?
No,
No.
not a doctor.
Okay.
But what I've read is that it does, as you said earlier, it weakens the immune system.
Okay.
Okay. And
Is that the high blood pressure itself weakens the immune system?
yeah, well, anytime you have an underlying issue, your body's compensating in some way, right? Your body has to compensate for whatever illness you have, or but if you have this underlying issue that you have, it's kind of something that's in your body, and you've had it for a long time, and your body's going to have to fight against that.
Okay.
It's going to have to put some defenses up to help you from,
Dying,
having a stroke, a heart attack, all this different thing.
So yeah, the high blood pressure is because there's tension in the arteries and the veins and arteries, veins, and that, and so my heart has to work harder to pump the blood,
it does.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And so the heart is compensating, and it's beating harder and it's beating faster, and then but then that's why doctors put you on medication then, right? To do something.
Well, absolutely. Thank goodness that we have lots of medications out there to
take
help.
water off of you.
Yeah, there's a lot of them. I mean, I know you've tried some and didn't get much change, and then they finally found one that worked for you.
Yeah,
right?
absolutely.
And so there's, but thank goodness for medication. But this is an interesting fact about medication.
Okay.
There is some of the drugs. Well, this is just some of the research that's out there now. Nothing is proven. This is just coming out recently.
This is what they're testing.
This is what they're testing, is that some of the drugs that you take for high blood pressure actually increase a certain enzyme in your body. Okay? And that enzyme just happens to be the one that COVID-19, when it enters your body, it attaches to that enzyme. And then it spreads throughout your body.
Wow.
So now this, this is a theory, and they're doing research on it. This is kind of cutting edge, I guess. I think this is new, obviously.
New information,
new data. And but so doctors are saying, absolutely, we're not telling you not to take your medicine. You need to take your medicine, because your chances are that if you don't take your medicine, you're going to have a stroke or a heart attack or something else that'll land you in the hospital, where you would potentially be exposed to COVID-19.
Wow.
And I mean, so you got to take all this in. But I just found that to be so that kind of triggered something in me.
So the thing is that we need to figure out ways that we can lower our blood pressure without having to take the medication,
That's
right?
That's right. So that's exactly what my mind was going there.
It was.
How can we lower, and I'm someone who I take a prescription medication,
right?
All right. And I was offered one time, maybe you need to go a little higher with the dosage.
Right.
And I turned to my doctor, and like a lot of people, I think, when they're told that they have high blood pressure or their sugars are high or whatever it may be, they'll say, "Oh, doc, give me a chance. And they'll give you about 3 months. You go home, you come back,
and nothing changes.
Nothing changes.
Right.
Or sometimes you can change. I mean, if you stick to it, that's all it's about.
Yeah.
But I turned to my doctor and I said, let me try something first, because I really want to minimize the drugs that go into my body.
Right.
And I think it's a wonderful gift from God, but they do have side effects.
Yes.
And you keep them at as minimum as you can. So I thought maybe we'd discuss a few ways that maybe you can get off your medicine under a doctor's watch, of course.
Yes.
Or maybe you could turn and you could go on a lower dose.
Right.
And
so please, we're not saying to stop the medication and try these things. We're saying that, with you and your doctor, you can talk about these things that we're gonna talk about tonight, and say, hey, if I do this, can I lower my blood pressure? And then can I potentially down the road maybe get off the medication or take a lower dosage or something like that, right?
Yeah. And the thing is the three things we're going to talk about today, to help lower are nothing new. They are you've heard them over and over again. So what my desire
I think one is a white kind of powdery crystalline substance
that Jeff loves a lot. Well, I like it too.
Love.
I like it too. I have to admit. Salt. But what I'm hoping to do is to give you encouragement and maybe some tricks to help you do these things and actually be successful at it. Because it's not easy.
No.
They're not easy.
No.
Lowering your salt intake is number one. So if you were to get yourself, okay, I'm going to lower my salt intake, and you were going to cook yourself your meal and you don't put any salt on it, you're just going to go cold turkey.
Yuck.
It's going to be awful.
It is.
It's going to taste awful to you because your taste buds, your palate is used to a certain level of salt.
Yes.
And so you're going to have to, my suggestion is to start minimizing your salt.
Okay.
To take it down, start taking, I don't know how, you got to look at how many shakes do you put on your food, how much, start measuring it. Measuring and keeping track is is one of the best things you can start doing for yourself.
I know also, isn't there different kinds of salt that you could put on?
Oh, sure. There's salt, salt
we have
substitutes.
in our, we have so we have the white salt, right? But then you also have this pink salt.
Oh, I pink Himalayan salt, yeah.
Yeah, is that better for you?
Well, I think so. I don't know all the, it's supposed to be healthier. We'll see. I don't know.
Okay, so listen, this is an opportunity for y'all to research.
Yeah.
Research for yourself,
But you made another good point there. If you're going to start lowering the salt, maybe start upping some of the other spices that you use.
Okay.
So that it still tastes good.
Yeah.
It's palatable.
Good.
So
lower your salt.
But eventually, I can remember when I was pregnant with my son. Remember towards the end there, I was, getting a little bit, I was
cranky.
I was getting kind of swollen with water. I was starting to retain water, and
she was swole.
And the doctor, I was gaining some water weight there at the end, and anyway, but I also had this other, the platelet issue going on. We didn't know if it was the beginnings of some other issues towards the end of pregnancies and so forth. But my doctor said, try lowering your salt. So while I had Mr. Salt guy here telling me,
is there someone else in here?
The king of salt was monitoring my salt.
How did I do?
Oh, you did well. I mean, you wouldn't let me have any salt. Next time I went into the doctor, I lost 10 pounds.
Okay, so not only is there's another lesson in there, right? Is having someone else to help you.
Accountability.
Accountability
Accountability is very important. Yeah.
And that's important in your next
but I want to say one more thing about that. One more thing about that salt is I stayed off the salt I think it was the last month of the pregnancy. So I was off salt for quite a bit. When I started eating like regular food, I was kind of off the pregnancy diet of eating everything in sight. I started eating salt again, and it was too much.
Really?
It only took a short time to change my palate on how much salt I needed. Wow. So you just got to give it a try. Do it slow, get it down there, and then you'll be surprised. Things will start tasting too salty.
Okay. All right.
Next, exercise daily.
I've heard that before.
Yeah. I exercise daily because it is medicine for me. In my do you ever see those shirts that say I run to burn the crazy off?
Yeah.
That's me all the way. So people ask me, I wish I had your ambition. I wish I had your, your desire to run and all that. I said, you don't understand. I have to do it. I have to do it,
yeah.
And so I asked Jeff, I said, how can so that's my motivation. So I need motivation from somebody that doesn't deal with what I deal with. So I asked Jeff, what would make you want to exercise daily? And of course he says, the doctor tells me I'm going to die in 2 weeks. I said, not a good answer. So anyway, but he did come up with a good one. You want to share that? You remember it?
What did I say? Have a partner, have somebody
with you.
Have a
partner, but you also talked about making it sort of like a destination, making it fun.
Yeah, making it fun. So we started going on nature walks at parks. So Sawgrass Lake Park here in Pinellas County, it was really fun. do that. There's another one up in Largo that we're going to try. And so,
we stopped,
make it a
we
journey.
Got a coffee.
We got to plan it. We planned it the day before. Hey, we're going to get up early and we're going to go. And so
we got excited about it a little bit.
We got coffee and
got up early, did something different, made it different.
We need to take bug spray.
Need to take bug spray and don't step in any red ant hills.
Yes.
I did, taking a picture of a cute little flower. Oh, that was not fun.
So make it a destination and then have somebody with you too.
Right.
Yeah, have someone to make it fun.
Absolutely. Or, if you can do that, there's other things. What I do personally is I put on some of my favorite music and I set a timer and I try to just get listening and enjoy my surroundings and the music I'm listening to, and I just try to get off and then I let my mind go. I start thinking about things. I got some of my greatest ideas come when I'm running.
Well, there you go.
But anyway,
factory.
I just try to, just get in the moment with it.
Okay.
And that usually helps.
Okay.
And, set a time. If it start out with 10 minutes, put your timer on or take some sort of a stopwatch or something with you and just say, that's all I'm going to do, 10 minutes.
10 minutes.
And I guarantee you'll start feeling better. I think you'll start feeling your blood pressure, sure, but your mental and your stress level will go down too.
Yeah. And stress is a big contributor to high blood pressure and hypertension,
yes,
right?
It is.
Yeah.
Yes, it is. Yeah, and we talked about that in our last episode. It was how bad stress is on your body.
Mm.
The last thing we talk about is take time to relax.
Yes.
And I basically set aside time. And for me, it's best after. I can't really relax till I have what I need to do or had to get done. I can't leave anything, certain things undone. And so once I've gotten to that place, I sit back and I basically play Words with Friends on my phone. And I have a little solitaire game that I haven't won yet. It's a tough game. Right. And so I play a couple of those games. Next thing you know, I'm kind of chill and I'm sawing logs.
Mm. Very good. I like
so that's me personally. Now that might not be for everybody.
She saws logs.
No. I do not.
You said it. I'm
supposed to be making fun of you, not you making fun of me.
I was just standing in agreement with you.
No. Yeah, okay. All right. Yeah. You got me there.
Yeah.
So what do you do to relax?
What do I do to relax? Oh, read. Believe it or not, I have JR on a workout plan where he works out 5 days a week, and that's very relaxing for me.
To watch him work out?
Well, no, seriously, because I'm not just sitting there watching. I'm moving around and doing things, but it's very relaxing and calming to me to see my son.
I get it.
Get stronger, get physically stronger, being able to jump higher, and all these things. So, and
who am I to tell you what relaxes you?
That's right. Yeah.
You've got to find
Don't tread on my relaxing.
Opposite ways to relax here.
Yeah.
I have my feet up in the air on the couch and laying back with my phone.
Yeah.
And that's the way I relax.
Yes.
So.
Good.
But anyway.
Yeah.
So you can also relax
by
reading your Bible, right, Jeff?
Yes, that's what I do.
Yeah. And there's a lot of relaxing. I would think the first thing that pops into my mind is Psalms.
Yeah.
Reading the Psalms is a great place to start.
Yes.
And I think David goes through some tough times in the Psalms, but
I'm sure he had some high blood pressure moments.
He certainly did. But it is a relaxing chapter.
Yeah.
Maybe it's the way it's written. It's book. It's
poetry. It's like a poetry. Song. It's like music. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Okay.
So.
Lower your salt, exercise daily, take time to relax.
Yeah.
Well, I was going to talk just a moment about, since we're talking about high blood pressure and stuff and everything that's kind of associated with the heart, right?
That's right.
So Jesus said, out of the overflow or the abundance of the heart, the mouth speaks. And he was kind of or semi-quoting Proverbs, which is Solomon, David's son, from Proverbs chapter 4, where he says, above all else, guard your heart, for everything you do flows from it. And so, when the Bible speaks and what Jesus was speaking about the heart, he was talking about his his will, his emotions, and primarily about his thoughts. Guard your thoughts. Solomon goes on, he says, keep your mouth free of perversity, keep corrupt talk from your lips, let your eyes look straight ahead, fix your gaze directly before you, give careful thought to the paths for your feet, and be steadfast in all your ways. Do not turn to the right or the left, keep your foot from evil. And so it's about your thought life and everything, and just really having a plan and being committed, right? That seems to me what Solomon is talking about. Mm-hmm. He says, fix your gaze directly before you. Okay, so that is being singularly focused and having a focus. If you're committed and if you really want to get off the medication, if you really want to lower your blood pressure, you're going to have to be committed. You're going to have to fix your gaze and be steadfast in it. And have a plan, right? Have a plan to do it. So, and that all comes from your thought life, and what Jesus says is your heart. Guard your heart, right? So, I'd say that fits very well.
I agree. I love your talk about a plan. I think a plan is so important.
It is. Because
with the plan, when you do, we're going to fail.
Right.
But if you have that plan, you'll know how to get right back into it again.
Get right back on it. That's right. He says, let your eyes look straight ahead, fix your gaze directly before you, give careful thought to the paths for your feet. And so that's all talking to me about having a plan, knowing where you're going, right?
Right.
Knowing where you're going, and having a goal as well, right?
Absolutely.
Having a goal as well. Hey, maybe it's just to feel a little bit better. Maybe it is to lower your blood pressure, so that maybe eventually you can get off your blood pressure medication. Of course, that is something that you and your doctor, not you and Jeff and Stacy, are going to talk about.
I don't know.
It's you and your doctor. But fix your gaze on it if that's what you want to do.
And you can do it.
And you can do it
with your help of your doctor. Just talk it over with them, and these are things that they're going to tell you to do: lower your salt and exercise daily, and relax. Yeah. Don't be stressed.
And relax.
And so they're going to tell you to do that. It's just getting it done.
Yeah.
But
okay.
Anyway, so
take time to relax, and
I'm going home to relax right now.
And she'll be sawing logs very soon.
Will not. He snores. I may saw logs. This guy is a chainsaw. Anyway.
You're
I
cute,
love you.
You're
cuter.
All right. We love you.
We love you.
We love you. Yeah. So we'll see you next time.
Yeah. See you next time.
See you next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye.